Okay, so in this video I'm going to cover how you can add new articles and reviews to your new niche site. So maybe it's been a month and you're ready to add a new article or a new review. I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually upload this stuff to your niche site and to optimize it. So go ahead, and first thing you're going to want to do is log in to WP admin section. It's really easy. All you have to do is enter the URL of your website followed by a slash. Work. Okay, followed by /wp-admin. Alright, mine autofilled for me, but you're just going to want to enter in your username and password. We should have given this to you when we delivered your website, and then go ahead and log in. Alright, so you should be looking at your dashboard like this. What you want to do is head to posts, and then just go ahead and add new. This is where all your content will go, under post. Just remember that one. So I'm going to go add new. And then this is basically it. You may be familiar with this. If you're not, this is the title right here. This is where you're going to just basically add your title, and then the main body of your article goes right here. So let's go ahead and grab our content from the writer. I'm going to grab the title. And just a little tip, I would, when you're having your writer write the content, it's best to have them give it to you in a Word format like this, because Word seems to transfer over to WordPress fairly well, basically. Other formats like PDF. If your writer gives you an article in PDF, it can be really a pain in the butt to get it back over to paste it into WordPress. So I've had writers give me an article in PDF before, and it's just like the worst experience. But definitely Word makes it easier, the whole process easier. So just may want to mention that to your writer. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. This particular writer gave me this article with the images, and that's actually usually not the case unless you specifically ask for it. But it's not difficult to add images. I'll show you how to do that shortly here. As you can see, I pasted that, but it didn't add the images, so I'm going to have to manually do it anyways. Okay, so at this point what I do is I go through and just kind of neatly format this, make it look nice and neat. These subheaders right here I like to make a little larger. Right now they're in paragraph. I'm going to go to paragraph right here and just take them to a 2 heading size. 3 is okay too, but 2 is my personal preference. Go ahead and enlarge those, and this kind of stuff can take it's kind of time consuming, but I mean it's got to get done. So it gets a little easier as you get used to it. Two. All right. There we go. So at this point, what I normally do is just kind of save the draft just to make sure you don't lose anything. We don't want to hit publish just yet. And then categories here, you want to put the article, the review in the appropriate category. We probably already have these named for you. In this case, this is just like a general info article, so I would just check mark off the article section here. And then you're free to add tags if you want. We don't normally add tags, but you're free to add tags. Okay, so featured image is probably my next move, and that's down here where it says featured image. And the featured image is, I'll show you what the featured image is. For those of you who aren't familiar with all this stuff, featured images are the images that show up here, basically. It's the main image. Okay, so if we go to like articles, all these are the featured images, and if you click on like this article, for example, featured image will show up right here on top. So you want to choose this image, choose it wisely, and I always like to choose attractive images because they're on display. Basically, everyone can see them. So, images really can make or break a site. If you have really kind of poor quality images, it can look like make the site look kind of crappy. So I always like to look for nice quality visuals, and we offer a course too, a paid course that we run through different places where you can get images, and some of the techniques we use to add the images. But there are, if you just do some research on the web, you can go to Google and look for free databases for images and stuff, and you should be able to find some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just add a featured image by clicking on this and uploading. Go ahead and find my folder. I think I have maybe under downloads. I'm going to use this one here. So the featured image, I like to keep, as far as size goes, I like to usually have it around 1200 width. It's a good size. And then the title and the alt text, I usually set to my keyword phrase. Whatever your keyword phrase is for your main, for your article, I'll basically just rename it with the keyword phrase. In this case, we're saying home theater accessories. That's our keyword phrase. So I'm just going to put under alt text. This is a little optimization technique that you'll want to use with all your articles. Let's see, accessories, and then the title, we have it in the same thing, and then go ahead and set featured image. There we go. Go ahead and at this point maybe save the draft again. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so now it's up to you how much media you want to add in the article. I would definitely keep it to a minimum, because down the road you're probably going to want to add use like advertisements and stuff, and if you have too much media crowding, filling up your article, it's going to be hard to fit in those ads. So I like to usually maybe add one article, depending on the length of the article too. If it's just like a 700 word article, I'll maybe just add one image somewhere in the center, because we already have our featured image, right? The featured image is going to show up on top. So we don't want to add our next image like right after the first paragraph, because it'll just be one image and then another image right after that. So we want a little bit of a gap between the first and the second image. So I'll just split it. I'll just find the center, which is probably about right here, and then maybe add an image here. And you can keep the images related to if you want to. It's best to do that. If you have like one paragraph that says home theater cabinets, you could go find an image of some home theater cabinets and then stick that right here, so it's more targeted to your paragraphs. Or you could just get something a little more general and something related to home theater somehow and just put that here. It's up to you how you want to do it. In my case, actually I have a couple images already pre-selected. I'm just going to grab, can't recall, I think I have a remote control. So here's a remote control. I'm going to add the remote control right here. Okay, I have a route. Okay, cell phone booster and a remote. I'm going to add that remote here. So as you remember, in our featured image, we added our main keyword, which is home theater accessories. What I normally do is, on my other images, if I have other images, I'll just do a variation of this keyword phrase. I don't want to have the same exact keyword phrase, because Google could see this as over optimization. So what I'll do is just kind of vary it up a little bit. Maybe say best, add a best to it. How about that? Best home theater accessories. That way we still get our keyword phrase in, but it's a different variation of it. It's not an exact copy. And then insert. Okay, so at this point it's up to you if you want to resize the image. You can kind of just play around with it here, just kind of drag it to whatever size you want, just like that. And then keep in mind like what size, maybe just do 500 width. We'll want to do the same one, the same exact size. So 500, and our other image was a cell phone booster. Let's go ahead and add that one right here. It's up to you again how you want to do this. You could add an image to every single one if you wanted to, but again, as I was saying, you probably want to keep some space for advertisements down the road. So I'm going to grab that cell phone booster, and I'm going to title it another variation. How about instead of best home theater accessories, we'll say home theater accessories guide. How about that? Oh, didn't work too well. We'll take out best, and then we'll say guide, copy, paste, and then pop that in. It looks like it's at a 500 width already, so we're perfect there. Now let's go ahead and check out, do a little preview. Okay, looks good. Looks good. And that's about it. That's how you upload an article and optimize an article. So our keyword phrase, again, I'll run through this, is home theater accessories, right? This is our main keyword phrase. So it's important. I'm going to show you two places where you want to definitely have your keyword phrase in the article for optimization. And home theater accessories, if this is our main keyword phrase, we want it in the title, most definitely in the title. As you can see, it already is. And we want it within, it's best to have it within the first paragraph, preferably within the first 100 characters of the first paragraph. And I say within the first 100 characters because, as you can see, this is the Yoast SEO plugin, and within the first 100 characters, it'll show up in the meta description. And this is what Google picks up when it's indexing your website page. And if it's in the first 100 characters, it's showing up here, and it's showing up in the title, Google's going to give priority to that particular keyword phrase. It's going to rank you higher for that keyword phrase. It's going to say, okay, well, he's in the title and he's in the description for that keyword phrase, so I'm going to put this site in this particular area for this keyword phrase, and I'm going to rank it a little bit higher. So it's kind of a optimization technique. All right, so if you don't have the keyword phrase inserted into the first 100 characters by your writer, from your writer, you can always manually do it. And you can just basically, you can come in here and say, what you can do is you can just click right here and then just enter your meta description here. We can say home theater accessories guide for your consumer, and you can just type it out basically right here. As you see, while I'm typing it, it's typing it right here, and it's going to allow you to type out about 100 characters. So this is the manual way to do it, and it's just as good. It works just as well, it just takes a little longer. So that's another way to do it. And again, these are the two places you're going to want your main keyword phrase, within your title and within the first 100 characters. Okay. So at that point, once you've got that done, all you have to do at that point is just hit publish, and you're good to go.